What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we're going to be going over some awesome things you can do with the new update of iOS 14. Now, everyone's got iOS 14, or pretty much everyone has iOS 14 downloaded on their phone now, but do you know what to do with that update? Do you know all the cool things that you can get done? What are all the cool features? I'm here to tell you. And we got my girl Ari over here. I gotta call her out because it's not massive tech unboxing, so nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
But more importantly, let's talk about the cool new things you can do. And I think everyone's heard of widgets now. So widgets are finally here on iOS, something we've seen on Android for so many years. Like what, Android's third update or something? It's existed forever. iOS finally has it, and it is completely changing the game in how you use your phone. So you guys can actually see my screen right now. It's not just a bunch of icons anymore, thankfully. Now we've got useful information. I've got weather up top. I've got my boy Austin down there at the bottom. So for those of you who might not be familiar with a widget, basically it's something like this that you can throw onto the home screen that can either give you information, be entertaining, and there are going to be tons and tons of widgets coming to the App Store. And if you guys are interested in seeing a video about the best ones so that you can customize your home screen, let me know with a comment down below. If you guys are interested in a video about that, I'll scour the entire App Store for all the best ones and let you guys know which ones I think are great. But if you want to go in and add a widget, you hold down the home screen, you just do that little space down there, you press plus, and boom, you get access to a list of widgets that already come with the phone or have a companion app that you might already have downloaded. So some examples of that being like the Google search, you can see I have this peak, open table, so you can get access to them right from here, and whatever you think might be most useful to you, you just go ahead, let's say open table, like let's say you like to go to restaurants a lot, you just grab it and you place it wherever you want. You could even take it over to the next screen, place it down, whatever. It's your choice, it's your home screen, figure it out. So the widgets are like the biggest in-your-face change that we're seeing with iOS 14. Ari, have you added any widgets to your screen yet?
I haven't touched it. All I did was do the update like you told me to, and that's it. I haven't done anything.
I try and I try, guys, but there she goes. I'll show you how to put a picture of Austin right up front.
I see him all the time already, I'm good. I'm just kidding.
But that's not the only thing that you can do with the home screen. Yes, you can add widgets and switch up your screen completely, but something that iOS has finally added that changes everything is the ability to use an app drawer. So you can just swipe over to the right and you have access to all of your apps. So this is called the app library, but most Android people know it as the app drawer. And what's cool is that it automatically categorizes all the apps that you have. So creativity, you can just go ahead and hit right here. It shows you all the creative apps that you have. But what's also nice is that it gives you the most frequented apps so that you don't have to like pop in and find the exact app you want. You can just hit the one that you probably want to go to anyway. So that is a nice clean way to have access to all of your apps. So if you used to have a home screen or multiple home screens with just icons and icons and icons and icons, look at this. You can go in that same way, you hold down, you press the little two dots, you press that, and I used to have the same thing. You can now go ahead and enable or disable pages of icons that you used to have. So for me, I didn't even try to clean anything up. You just straight up hide them, you get rid of them. I only leave the one, and with this one, I can just swipe over to the right and I get access to that app library. I gotta do that to your phone for you.
I'm really happy you have widgets now, because I remember your whole thing would be like, oh, I love using my iPhone, but Android has a customization, so I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like do you not care about customization? You're saying it like it's for me.
I'm
the
good.
world should be happy.
I'm seriously good where I'm at, honestly. Wow. I text and I go on Instagram.
The average consumer, everyone.
I should run this channel.
Now, the next biggest thing I have to show you guys that I think a lot of people will want to take advantage of is an iMessage. So when you jump into iMessage, you can see now at the top of my list, I have pinned conversations. So these big circles are all the most important conversations that I just want to jump into and access at all times. So if you have those special conversations, someone that you know you talk to all the time, pin the conversation, and that's actually pretty simple. All you have to do is go ahead and swipe right on a conversation. You'll see that yellow pin come up, and boom, I don't need that, so I'm going to unpin it and get rid of it. So now for your most frequented conversations, no longer do you have to scroll if you get hit up a lot. Just put it all up top and everything else will just come in at the bottom. I don't know how many conversations you can pin. We just saw 7 different circles, so I think you can add quite a bit.
Here, I'll just keep adding. I'll let you guys know by the time I'm done.
You're just gonna sit there and just keep pinning?
Yeah, and I'll let you know.
I'm for it.
Oh dang, that was anticlimactic. Only 9.
9?
Yeah, I only have to pin 3 more.
I just had to pin 3 more. So you can pin up to 9 different conversations, your most important ones, put them right there. That's awesome. Now, another cool thing you can do also in iMessage is directly reply to a certain message. So if I wanted to jump into a conversation, you guys can see our Team UAC conversation over here. Jay says, Coke, please. I can go ahead, hold that, reply, and just say, no problem. Send that. And now at the bottom, you can see that I'm automatically replying to his specific message. That is great if you're having a conversation with someone, and we all know how these texting conversation goes. There's like multiple points sometimes, you're excited, you're talking about 3 different things at once. Instead of getting lost and making sure you're replying to certain things in order, you don't even have to do that. You just hit the bubble that you want, reply to that one specifically, and then you can reply to another one specifically. It's awesome and much needed. But what's also cool in group chats is that now you can specifically call someone out when you're in the message. You can hit Carl, like you see me type right there. I can tap on Carl. I can have like a message that says, hey, I think Carl is the worst. When he gets his notification, actually Carl, let's see your iPhone.
Look at him clearing off whatever crap he got on there. Yeah,
no,
okay.
you went into it, you got rid of the notification. So see, Carl is clearly the worst. He doesn't even understand what's happening here. So again, if I go ahead, select Carl is the worst.
Once again,
He gets a message saying, Judd and Aura mentioned you, Team UAC. So that's how it works. If there's a group chat that's just going rapid fire and you're not paying attention because you don't care to see all the messages or the conversation, if someone basically adds you or tags you, then you'll know it's time to jump in and see what's going on and talk to them. You're not the worst, Carl. You're the best little cousin ever.
appreciate that.
Now, one of the coolest things in iOS is the ability to use back tap. So with back tap, you can basically do a double tap or a triple tap to access certain features right from the phone. So to access back tap, all you have to do is go into your settings, you go into accessibility, touch, back tap. And here you see you have options for double tapping or triple tapping. For my triple tap, I have setting a screenshot. So I hate doing the whole power, volume down. See, it's not even that. Power, volume up, that's how you take a normal screenshot. I absolutely hate that. So now all I have to do is 1, 2, 3, and it takes a screenshot for me. Makes my life so much easier. Now I have it with triple tap because double tap can lead to some accidents, and I don't want my camera roll to be filled with a bunch of screenshots that I don't want. So that's why I kind of have it empty. But you can see here, you get lots of options in terms of being able to put certain controls onto those taps. So one thing that's actually pretty cool, let's try app switcher. So we'll do that for double tap. And now you have access to all of these. So that's pretty cool. You can do different little things if you don't like certain gestures. Double tap, triple tap, it's dope. Now the next thing is finally being able to do something else while on a FaceTime call. So let's say I wanted to check in on my boy Austin, see how he's doing. He's with his aunt right now. Let me give her a FaceTime call. All right, and look at my guy. Look at my guy right there, smiling up a storm, huh? But now I can swipe up and go ahead and do something else. So while I'm paying attention to him, I can go in and do different apps and all that kind of stuff. So that's cool. Is that him talking?
Oh yeah, lots to say. He wants to say hi to everyone.
You see, that's my boy.
Ready for the camera.
He's ready. He's already letting you guys know what's going on, guys. It's your Austin consumer. Austin, I will see you later as you terrorize me before bed.
Let me say bye to Austin. Bye, boo. Bye. So cute.
So it's awesome that FaceTime can now do the whole picture-in-picture thing where you can just have it on the screen and do something else. But now that also works for videos. So if you wanted to jump in and maybe watch some Netflix, got some Legend of Korra over here, she's not better than Aang. You can go ahead, have her video playing, swipe up, and you got your video up top. And again, you can go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do. And what's also cool is you can control the size of the video. So if you don't want it to take up a large portion of the screen, you can zoom in, zoom out, and boom. One thing that I wish it could do is work with all apps across the operating system. Certain apps like, I don't think YouTube works for it, Crunchyroll, my kind of places, you can't do that with, but I think with the more mainstream stuff like Netflix, that's gonna work. And it also works on full screen videos if you use the web browser.
I'm late, but Korra is better than Aang.
You say Korra is better than Aang?
You can't believe it's serious. Like,
How? This is why Carl gets treated the way he gets treated. Now, speaking of being able to do things while using your phone, now Apple finally added the ability to continue using your phone while you're getting a phone call. Ari, you wanna hit me up?
yes.
Ari wasn't even paying attention.
I was on Instagram. Follow me. Just kidding. Okay, here you go.
So let's say I'm using my phone. I'm like, oh God, Ari's calling me. I'll just mute it. And then I can go ahead and do whatever it is that I want to do. Like go on Instagram, follow me.
Wow.
And now we don't have to just sit there and just wait for somebody to stop or hang up or a voicemail to pick up. We can actually continue to do whatever we want to do. But what also doesn't take up the entire screen is Siri. So now if you call out to Siri or you press down the button, you'll see Siri just comes up with a little notification at the bottom, and you don't have to have your entire screen go dedicated to her. Now you can't interact with your screen while Siri is functioning. So if you're scrolling and you see something you have a question about, like this, who is Big Sean? Then you got some information that pops up right there, and you can pretty much still have your screen for context while still having options for Siri. Now the next thing is something a lot of people have been waiting for, and that is the ability to change your default browser. So to do that, all you have to do is jump into the settings and scroll all the way down to your app of choice. So I would personally go with Google Chrome, and default browser, you guys can see I have it as Chrome. So I have Safari, Chrome, Edge as options, Chrome all day, even though it probably destroys my battery life. And you're also able to do that with Mail. So if you wanted to go ahead and do the same thing for a different Mail app, you're able to do that. For some reason, it doesn't work with Gmail. I don't know why Gmail doesn't work. That's something I'm dying for, but maybe Google needs to update something, or Apple's being pretty grimy. I don't know. Now, the next thing with iOS 14 that's super cool is spatial audio. So with spatial audio, I can go ahead, bust out my AirPods Pro, and I believe it's the only earbuds that work with this feature so far. And basically, spatial audio gives you this like really immersive sound experience. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's say I pull up something like the Elephant Queen movie that we have here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to swipe down, go to my AirPods, and make sure spatial audio is on. Now for me, I had to update my AirPods. It's pretty weird the way it works. If you don't see it on yours, all you have to do is plug in your AirPods and keep it nearby your iPhone, and it'll eventually update and you'll be able to see this pop up. But what spatial audio does, if I'm watching something like a show here, what it does is it creates basically like a sound experience that you can go ahead and turn your head and it'll feel like the audio is coming right from the screen or from the direction of the screen. It's a funky experience, but it is so cool. And what's cool is that it uses the accelerometer so that depending on where your phone is and where you are, it takes into account your position and the phone's position, and it'll give you that surround sound experience. It is so cool. Ari, you gotta try this, boo. Okay, so Ari's watching right now. Turn your head, look over there.
Ah.
Look over there.
It's like stays
Stays right
yeah,
here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's really good. That's really cool.
Right?
That's really cool.
I had the exact same reaction when I first tried
Wow.
it. It's actually awesome, right?
That is really cool.
Usually if you have earbuds on and you're watching something, no matter what you're doing, you can't interact with the content. It all just sounds the same. And with this feature, spatial audio, you can now move around and kind of get a different sound experience based on where your head is. Doesn't work with all content, but if you go into the Apple TV app, there's content there that it works with. It's really awesome. So as long as it supports the spatial audio, it's a pretty cool experience. And while spatial audio is an absolutely cool experience, something that's a bit more useful is being able to automatically switch between different devices. So if you happen to have like an iPad and an iPhone, and you've got your iPhone connected to your AirPods, and let's say you're listening to, I don't know, some music, right? And I'm on my iPad, I can actually just start listening to some song over here. And as you guys can see, it says Jenner's AirPods Pro just connected to this. Before, you would have to at least go into the settings and just tap the device to get it connected. Apple's made their audio devices with their chip really easy to sync between multiple ones, but now you don't even really have to do anything. You just press play and you guys will see it'll automatically connect up top. So that is awesome. But it does need iOS 14 and the latest version of iPad OS, and it'll also be coming to Mac products once Big Sur is released. So if I'm watching a YouTube video and then Carl calls me, wow. He called me. Oh, wait. Okay, somebody else is calling me. He literally called my name out instead of calling me. But now I can answer a call right from these, even though I'm connected to another device. It brings the whole ecosystem even closer together, and I love it. Carl, I worry about you, my little cousin. Now this one's pretty basic, but I think a lot of people will appreciate it. Now, everyone has the Photos app. Some people have things in their photo app that they don't want others to see. There's a hidden folder. Now, people might have a hidden folder, but what the problem is with the hidden folder is when you go into your photos and you go into your albums, there's a big old section called hidden. Kind of counterintuitive. So what you can do now is actually go into the settings, go into, Carl said, Listen, he listened in close. Then you go down to photos. And when you're in photos, you see the hidden album. Instead of keeping it checked, you uncheck it. And now when you go into your photos, between imports and recently deleted, there used to be the hidden folder and now it is gone. So now you can have your photos, whatever it is you guys have in there, you can keep it your business, and that's how it works. And speaking of photos, the next thing that you can do with iOS 14 is take them a lot faster. So if you jump into the camera app and you want to take a photo of something, Carl, come on over, buddy. And I'll actually pull out a phone with an older version of iOS. Look how fast you can take multiple pictures with iOS 14 compared to an older version. Do you see that blinking? I'm sorry for giving anybody a seizure. But that just goes to show you, if you're trying to capture a moment, Carl's like making his escape. If you're trying to capture a moment, you don't want to miss it, and you just keep tapping, it's going to take really, really fast photos. While iOS 13 and under, it's a much slower process. Now the last one's pretty cool. Jay did some testing and it's actually pretty awesome. So iOS 14 now has the ability to recognize sounds and give you alerts based on what it's looking for. So if you go into accessibility and then you go into sound recognition, you can turn it on, but it will disable the ability to use Hey Siri. If you have an Apple Watch, it still works if you say it. So just something to keep in mind. But you turn on sound recognition and then it can find the sounds that you select here. Now, Ari, I think you might like this feature.
Okay.
Because it'll detect a sound, give you an alert, so it can detect all kinds of cool things like the sound of a cat, a dog barking, a door knock.
A baby crying?
A baby crying.
Oh, I need that. I need that.
So your phone will hear it and send you a notification. So like, let's say if you have an Apple Watch even, you leave your phone in the room with Boo while he's sleeping, he starts crying, you don't hear it, but the phone does, you'll get an alert on your phone, it'll say baby crying, and then you can just, mommy to the rescue, you know?
That might make me use my Apple Watch.
I don't know how she works with the tech channel, guys. I don't know. But it's dope, isn't it?
That's really cool.
So right now I have the door knock thing on, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave my phone right here. Jay, you watch that. Now, I got the notification on my Apple Watch. Oh, your phone got it too?
Yeah.
So Jay's phone got the alert, so did my phone. But I saw the alert on my Apple Watch. But that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives this video a thumbs up. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Tell me what your favorite new feature on iOS is down below in the comments. But till then, peace. Ari, favorite feature, go.
The tapping on the back.
Useful. Is your set?
No, but I will now.